Made in Hollywood.
The crime comedy I Love Boosters, starring Keke Palmer and Isa Gonzalez, is made in Hollywood.
I'm proud of all my work, but I've watched this movie literally 3 times, 4 times, and each time it gets better and better.
Made in Hollywood.
Also on today's show, the action thriller Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan Ghost War stars John Krasinski and Sienna Miller.
When we decided to do a movie, I really had the confidence to make that decision based on the show.
Plus, Rosamund Pike and Sacha Baron Cohen star in the comedy Ladies First. The drama series Dutton Ranch features Finn Little, and Jessica Chastain stars in the romantic drama Dreams. This week on Made in Hollywood.
Made in Hollywood.
A stylish crew of shoplifters takes aim at a ruthless fashion mogul in the surreal crime comedy I Love Boosters, starring Keke Palmer and Isa Gonzalez.
In fashion, humanity is our canvas. But the Velvet Gang is reducing our margins. I can bob and weave.
Christy Smith stole my design.
What?
I mean, it's Boots Riley. I knew because I love him and I love his work. And then I love the material. It was funny, but it was also thought-provoking. It had a way of talking about major things without making you feel completely claustrophobic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
If she stole your design, we gotta get it back for that.
I have a plan. Together, we empty out every single Metro designer in the Bay Area.
We gotta take what's ours.
I feel like most women have a core group of friends. The 3 friends that are always in and out of each other's lives. Like, I think we all knew what that felt like. And then we met each other and was like, oh my gosh, I love these women. We were all in Atlanta. When poor Boots had us sat there for about 2.5 hours. We did the scene once and Boots just let us chat while he watched, and it was kind of like, I think he already knew, like energetically, he just had to let us feel each other out, and he let us do that for the whole shoot, and I think that's why the chemistry is the way it is.
Fashion forward philanthropy. I know how to spell philanthropy. Branding, though.
He has a quality that I love, which is that as a man, he takes up 0 space. And it literally was like, we ran the set.
He did allow a lot of freedom. I got to do a lot of improv and one-liners and try things and be ridiculous. It was so fun.
Yeah, there was no limit.
You okay?
It's time to get loose! He really allowed us to bring what we had to the table. And we, of course, were being guided by him. His vision is very clear, and but he trusted us to also be able to inform him about the characters. So the process felt very much like that. And the characters came to life so differently. It's one thing to read on the page, but when you see us all together and see who he chose very specifically, then you understand the rhythm and the tone of what he's trying to create. And so you arrive somewhere with him. And I mean, I'm telling you, I'm proud of all my work, but I've watched this movie literally 3 times, 4 times, and each time it gets better and better for me. And it's not because I'm in it, it's because I really love the movie that much. Oh, come on, let's take all of it. Grab them wigs. It's time to get loose.
Now available on your home screen. Drawn back into the shadows by a rogue Black Ops unit, a veteran intelligence analyst reunites with allies in the action thriller Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan Ghost War, starring John Krasinski and Sienna Miller.
So you leave the CIA, you get yourself a nice civilian job.
Are you kidding me?
It's good to see you.
When we decided to do a movie, I really had the confidence to make that decision based on the show. The show, I think because we were able to do such long-form storytelling, you really got to know these characters, you got to fall in love with the characters, and you saw their dynamic. And so once you know them that well, you can put them in different, more pressure cooker situations.
It reminded me of the action movies of the 70s. So I knew it was going to be a really good film, and it has proven so.
Our goal all along was to make this a standalone movie, that we sort of would honor what we did in the series, but make it feel like it was its own thing.
Whatever it is, I'm not doing it.
I just need you to meet a guy.
No.
God, I miss this.
Missed what? Clean out in the field. Don't look directly at me.
Sorry.
Might as well just touch your earpiece.
We really very quickly found that when you condense the story into 2 hours, it becomes a lot more of a thrill ride. So we have huge action set pieces and really, really tense moments, and also the arrival of, in my opinion, sort of a magic ingredient that this world has needed for a long time in Sienna.
Well, John wrote this script and wrote an incredible character in Emma. She's so mysterious, she's tough, she's guarded. And, you know, she really has Jack on the back foot, which is something that was really fun for John and I to play.
She is, and has always been, one of my favorite actors. She is so good all the time, so grounded.
She's like a dream. She's an amazing actress, an incredible person. She fit right into our family, like as soon as she showed up on day one.
Jack Ryan, I'm sure you're about to tell me that you're a civilian.
Because I am.
What do you know about Starling?
As a kid, he was one of my favorite characters to watch. I'm a superhero fan just like the rest of them, but I think because he doesn't have a cape, that you really hope that there's someone out there like Jack Ryan representing us on the front lines and making the hard decisions to keep us safe.
The thing people don't realize about John is that he loves Jack Ryan. He is the biggest lover of that character. He loves playing it. He loves sort of delving into the depths of who this guy is.
But Starling has been resurrected. They are intelligent. They're dangerous. And they'll do exactly what we trained them to do.
It was baptism by fire, but with this incredible group of people keeping us safe. And I loved it. It was a reason to get fit for once in my life, so that was good. And it's just really fun to, increasingly as I get older, I'm more drawn to trying new things. Doing fight training, weapons training, all of this stuff, learning new skills is thrilling.
A rip-roaring good time.
It was a rip-roar. Yeah, it was great.
Maybe it's you.
Coming up, Rosamund Pike and Sacha Baron Cohen star in the comedy Ladies First, and the drama series Dutton Ranch features Finn Little. To find out where to watch any movie, check out Moviephone.com. Find it, watch it.
I particularly relished, bursting the buttons off Sasha's shirt and pulling his shirt aside to reveal
you do like
his...
a little pervy. Great for my
pecs.
Made in Hollywood. Made in Hollywood.
Now available on your home screen. Rosamund Pike and Sacha Baron Cohen star in the comedy Ladies First, where an arrogant ladies' man who has it all wakes up in his worst nightmare, a parallel world dominated by women.
Once upon a time, there was a man named Damien.
Ruby, I've got a high priority project for you.
You cannot legally make me break up with one of your girlfriends again.
He was an so.
I'm really drawn to just trying to tell real, humane stories. I'm incredibly lucky that I have worked with so many fantastic actors, each of whom bring their own set of credentials, their own history, their own experience.
There you go. Can you tell us what happened, love? You on any medication? The pill?
The pill?
Look after that pretty face, all right?
What? When you look around, you realise all these things that you take for granted. Like, what is the idea of wearing a skirt in winter? And we realised that what is the male equivalent of having men wanting to see women's legs was, and we thought it was women wanting to see men's arms. So we developed like these.
Yes, and sort of sheer arms on things,
yeah.
And then the fellas are always cold on set, which I took great pleasure in because we're always cold.
During pre-production, we literally had a huge whiteboard in the middle of the office in which I just encouraged anyone who had any fun ideas to just put up, and we put as many of those ideas into the movie as we possibly could. I love so many of them, from Victor's Secret to Net Chicks is a bit of a winner for me.
And I love the set deck, with things like the gossip mags with, can you believe he wore that? And he lost 20 pounds in 3 weeks. And you just think, yeah.
How to get yourself a better woman, yeah.
How to get, yes. He wants to sit at the big girls' table.
The board had any balls, I'd be the CEO of my...
Had any balls? The delicate sacks that dangle from your body with the slightest tap sends you weeping to the ground.
Yes.
Those were exactly the things that she and I talked about right from the very beginning. How she would dress, how her hair, makeup, what the difference was in those very obvious aspects in terms of the two worlds, but also literally how she walked.
You stole my job.
You need to relax. It was just discovering all those things. Like, I particularly relished, you know, bursting the buttons off Sasha's shirt and like pulling his shirt aside to
you do
reveal
like
his
a little pervy. Great for my
pecs.
Pecs.
I
Yeah.
love, I mean,
My
all
newly
those
formed
things.
pecs, yeah.
Even just coming towards you, undoing my belt, I
Yeah.
enjoyed. And then it's actually a lovely scene. It actually turns into a very, because it's where they sort of realise they are rather compatible.
Well, they're the same. They're
They're
the
the
same.
same.
Can you change a tie?
No, I'm a man.
Now available on your home screen. When a devastating loss forces them to start over, a determined couple relocates to Texas with their teenage ward in the drama series Dutton Ranch, featuring Finn Little and Natalie Allen Lind.
I miss waking up to the mountains.
This life here is gonna work, isn't it?
We'll make it work.
I mean, it is a Yellowstone spin-off, but it is its own story in itself. And I was really excited to explore Carter more because I don't think viewers were done with the show. You know, I think people want more, so I'm just excited to, you know, keep playing the character.
You bought the Edwards Ranch.
It's the Dutton Ranch now.
It was so exciting to just, you know, be a part of this story of all this whole universe. And to play someone like Joaquin, you really don't know like which side is he gonna really play. Feels like he's only playing, you know, for him.
You met Miss Rhea Paloma herself. She's an acquired taste.
My ranch is 190 years old, and I worked very hard to protect it.
One of my favorite parts of Yellowstone are the family storylines and the way of family can be so hurtful, and family can hurt you more than anybody, and you love your family members more than anybody too. So yeah, I think it was just really fun to not just play a crazy character, but someone that is rooted in just passion and hurt and, I don't know, craziness.
Rip and Beth have secrets, and people with secrets can be useful, corruptible even.
I mean, I'm from West Texas originally, and I grew up working on farms and ranches, and I wanted to be a rodeo cowboy. I wanted to be a roper. So I think I was, in a previous life, some kind of cowboy. And I couldn't have been more thrilled to get to do my childhood dream.
If either one of you want to walk, I won't hold it against you.
We're with you.
I'll be right next to you.
I think people are going to be excited to see the new environment of Texas. Yellowstone, you can't really make Yellowstone without Montana, but this is going to be a very different feel, but it still has that Yellowstone feel that, you know, all of Taylor's shows do have. I think people are going to be excited to see what Texas has.
I want it peaceful.
You can't chase peace. You gotta live it.
To find out where to watch any movie, check out MoviePhone.com. Find it, watch it. Up next, Jessica Chastain stars in the romantic drama Dreams.
These characters are really go up against each other, and I'm gonna bring such a strong energy. I need someone to meet that energy and not fold.
Made in Hollywood. Made in Hollywood.
Now available on Blu-ray. Jessica Chastain stars as a wealthy San Francisco arts patron whose carefully controlled world is upended when a dangerous affair with a young Mexican ballet dancer sends both their lives spiraling in the romantic drama Dreams.
I saw you outside. You were talking to a dancer on the street.
He is so talented. He's from Mexico. Maybe you could help him.
I'll see if the foundation can help. Everyone, this is Fernando. He's the dance teacher here.
There's no thing about Mexicans. I'm just saying we should be funding Americans.
He's a Mexican that crosses the border illegally to pursue his dancing dreams. and also to be with her because they love each other. When he shows up unannounced in the States, she had a kind of a double life, one in Mexico, one in San Francisco. So that's what I was into exploring.
Is he living with you? Look, I want you to be happy, even have a relationship.
Fernando.
But there are limits.
When you sent it to me, I think my response was, it's perfect. I mean, I love this idea that she's a philanthropist, but also is a perpetrator of violence at the same time, and that those things aren't mutually exclusive, that it was saying a lot of things about where we were.
I got deported from New York.
What happened after you got deported?
I crossed through San Antonio.
My first thought, obviously, was, what an incredible story. I don't know if I can do this. And immediately started thinking about what it would be like to portray a character so complex. I had to be a part of it in a sense. I couldn't deny myself the opportunity to try a role like this, to challenge myself artistically.
What do you want?
Please come back.
I just don't want to be hiding all the time. Please, let me be.
Of course, it was a bit of a gamble. I remembered first Jessica saying, why do you think he can do it if he pretty much hasn't acted before? And I just knew that that this would make a very special film, and I think I was right. Not just because the ballet lifts the movie and makes it very special. The dreams that this character is pursuing somehow elevates the beauty of the film.
I'll never abandon you.
Maybe I'll just go back to Mexico. Stop calling me.
You think you know me that well? You don't know me at all.
In the very beginning, I was very nervous. These characters really go up against each other, and I'm going to bring such a strong energy. I need someone to meet that energy and not fold. And Michelle was like, I have a feeling it's going to be okay. And then I remember I went to Michelle on a break, and I was like, oh, he's great. You were right.
I was able to really trust the moment and to really be able to be present and really understand and listen to what the scene was kind of creating. And I related it immediately with like working with a really great ballerina, for example. You really feed on each other, and if you're able to listen to and be generous enough to wait for your colleague's proposal, then something magical can happen.
Can you tell me a little bit about the nature of your relationship?
Stay tuned, there's more coming up on Made in Hollywood.
Made in Hollywood.
Thanks for watching Made in Hollywood, powered by MoviePhone. For more behind-the-screen content, check out MoviePhone.com.